Communism and Marxism have profoundly shaped modern history, influencing countless revolutions and political systems. These intense debates continue to resonate powerfully, even in our present day. To truly grasp these ideas, we must travel back to the 19th century. Europe was completely transformed by the massive Industrial Revolution. Factories were constantly expanding. Production was skyrocketing upwards. Cities swelled with workers, enduring long hours and harsh living conditions. It was in this challenging environment that Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels emerged. They observed these stark inequalities and sought a scientific understanding. Their ultimate conclusion was radical for the time. History is a story of class struggle. For Marx, society was always split between two main groups. One group owned the means of production, the land, the machines, the factories. The other group owned nothing but their ability to work for survival. In ancient times, this was the split between masters and slaves. The Middle Ages showed the divide between feudal lords and their serfs. And in their own era, it was the conflict between the bourgeoisie and the proletariat. This structural inequality, Marx argued, was the true source of social conflict. Marx saw capitalism as a necessary historical stage for technological leaps. Yet, he also identified its deep, inherent contradictions. It concentrated immense wealth into very few hands, he noted. Simultaneously, it generated widespread poverty for the majority of people. This concentration turned the very act of human labor into just another commodity. Marx believed this mounting tension would inevitably force a societal transformation. Marxism is primarily an interpretation based on historical materialism. This means economic systems dictate political, cultural, and ideological forms. According to Marx, ideas alone do not change society's structure. Instead, shifts in the underlying economic structure generate new ways of thinking. This concept directly clashed with traditional idealistic philosophies. It made the entire Marxist proposal a deeply provocative and innovative theory. Within the Marxist framework, communism is not just a system, but the final social stage. Marx envisioned humanity passing through several distinct phases of evolution. The first was capitalism, which we just discussed. This would be followed by the transition phase, known as socialism. During socialism, the state would assume control of all production means. The ultimate destination was communism, a society completely without classes. This final stage would also eliminate the state itself and private ownership. Production would be organized entirely for the collective good. Work would be distributed based on individual capacity and community need. This idealized vision described a world free from exploitation and structural unfairness. However, Marx never actually wrote a clear, step-by-step implementation recipe. His texts focused heavily on economic analysis and fierce critiques of capitalism. Many details about the future structure were intentionally left open to interpretation. This ambiguity allowed different leaders to reinterpret his theories for their own contexts. Early in the 20th century, revolutionaries like Lenin adapted the ideas for Russia. Russia was an agrarian and industrially backward nation at that time. The Russian Revolution of 1917 marked the birth of the first self-proclaimed socialist state. Subsequently, other nations decided to follow a similar path. China, Cuba, Vietnam, and North Korea all embraced this new direction. Each country applied Marxism in its own unique, specific way. This often resulted in highly centralized political systems. The state assumed total control over the economy and national resources. In many cases, political life itself became subject to state regulation. Throughout the 20th century, communism became a profoundly divisive global ideology. For some followers, it truly represented a path to a more just world. It promised an end to extreme poverty and the realization of total equality. For others, it embodied the danger of extreme authoritarian systems. It represented a sacrifice of individual liberties and rigid economic structures. The historical results were undeniably varied across the spectrum. Some nations achieved significant gains in public health and education access. Others experienced devastating economic crashes or severe political oppression. This stark contrast fueled a massive, ongoing global conversation. The influence of Marxism stretched far beyond strictly communist states. It inspired powerful labor movements and the rise of trade unions. It also fueled social democratic parties seeking reform within capitalism. Many concepts we now accept were pushed by these Marxist adjacent movements. Think about the standard minimum wage or the limited 8-hour workday. The right to legally strike was another crucial element advanced by these groups. Today, communism no longer holds the central global presence it did during the Cold War. Yet, the core philosophy of Marxism remains a key subject of study. It is constantly debated in political science and academic circles worldwide. It serves as a powerful analytical tool for modern inequality problems. Even though many proclaimed communist states have since reformed or vanished, the fundamental questions Marx raised are still incredibly relevant. Why does wealth keep concentrating into so few powerful hands? What is the root cause of such deep structural disparities we observe? What actual value does human labor contribute to our daily existence? And how should we structure our economy for the benefit of everyone? So, communism and Marxism are not just relics of a forgotten past. They are an active, ongoing discussion about societal organization. They represent a complex blend of philosophy, economic critique, and utopian promises. They also serve as a potent historical warning about unintended consequences. Though their interpretations have varied widely across the globe, their collective impact on humanity is absolutely undeniable. These ideas have inspired revolutions and fostered incredible social advancements, but they have also, unfortunately, fueled deep and bitter conflicts. Ultimately, they are ideas that have decisively molded our modern world. They persistently invite us to rethink power, economics, justice, and our collective future.